Working the overnight shift at a 24-hour laundromat in Lancaster, Pennsylvania is an exercise in profound boredom. The job consists mostly of mopping linoleum, emptying quarters, and watching static security cameras in a massive fluorescent-lit room. On my very first night, the owner, Tony, gave me one absolute directive. I could use any machine I wanted to wash my clothes, but under no circumstances was I to open dryer number 7. If you look past this row of beige commercial machines, tucked in the far back corner is an old yellow Speed Queen with a massive dent in the front. It is always running. Even at 4 a.m. in a completely empty building, the drum is tumbling, radiating an intense burning heat. Every single night, precisely at 2:17 a.m., the rotation stops. The machine emits 3 piercing mechanical beeps, pauses for 1 second, and then restarts completely on its own. The only regular witness to this anomaly is an old woman in a heavy gray wool coat. She arrives every Tuesday at 1 a.m., buys a black coffee, and sits in an orange plastic chair. She never speaks, never brings clothes, and simply watches the drum spin for 3 hours. Tony never offered an explanation, and the lack of logic made the rule feel heavy. In a place defined by routine, you learn that some boundaries are non-negotiable, functioning as the only thing keeping the quiet shift from falling apart. Last month, I finally asked the woman why she sat there. She stared blankly at the glass door and told me her Danny's jacket gets cold at night, and she was just making sure it stayed warm. I pulled the building's digital archives the next morning. Sitting in that exact chair, wearing the identical wool coat, was the same woman in security recordings from 2019. I checked 2015, and she was there again. She had not aged a single day. The local newspaper archives from 1983 provide a specific history. A 6-year-old boy named Daniel Keene had hidden inside dryer 7 during a game of hide-and-seek while his mother folded clothes. A faulty vent ignited a fire, and the boy never made it out. The public record maps a clear biological sequence of events. Daniel died in the 1983 fire. His mother, Ruth Keene, survived him by almost 3 decades, eventually passing away in 2010. But the security camera logs defy that endpoint completely. The footage of Ruth sitting in the laundromat extends for years, entirely bypassing her documented death. This is a posthumous vigil. Ruth's presence has become a permanent part of the building's infrastructure, fueled by a maternal guilt that outlasted her own pulse, pinning her to that chair to finish a task that ended 40 years ago. The following Tuesday, Ruth did not show up. At 2:17 a.m., dryer 7 stopped, emitted its 3 loud beeps, and for the first time since I started working, it remained completely silent. Tony's rule was screaming in my head, but I walked over anyway. The metal was burning hot, forcing me to wrap my shirt around my hand to grip the handle. I yanked the heavy door open. A blast of superheated air carrying the thick scent of fabric softener and smoke hit my face. The inside of the drum gave way to impossible geometry, a dark hallway lined with dirty white tiles, stretching back into pitch blackness. Standing at the far end under a flickering fluorescent light was a small boy. He was wearing a puffy blue winter jacket. When he turned around, he had the exact face from my own 6-year-old school photos. He smiled and spoke in a clear, childish voice. He told me that his mom said I would come to take her shift, and that it was finally my turn to keep the jacket warm. I slammed the door shut, and the machine instantly roared back to life. The heavy click of the latch felt final. The silence hadn't been an ending. It was just a gap in the schedule, waiting for a new pair of hands to take over. I quit my job the very next morning. Tony showed absolutely no surprise. He simply nodded, casually mentioning that Ruth must have finally found someone to watch the machine because she was getting tired. Desperate to put the ordeal behind me, I moved back in with my parents for a week. While cleaning the attic, my mother handed me a box containing what she thought was my lost winter coat from 1st grade. Inside was a small blue puffy jacket, completely flawless and warm to the touch. The name tag stitched inside the collar did not bear my name. It read, Danny. I threw it in the trash and relocated 40 miles away to a modern apartment complex here in York. I made absolutely sure the unit was electric, trying to outrun the gas lines that fueled the original fire in Lancaster. 2 nights ago at 2:16 a.m., I woke to a mechanical thumping sound. The internal light of my closed oven was on. Inside the cold, entirely electric appliance, something was tumbling. When I opened the oven, it was empty, except for that blue jacket sitting perfectly folded and warm on the middle rack. Seconds later, my phone buzzed with a text from an unknown number. Suds and spin. Dryer 7 cycle complete. Now, every single night at 2:17, my bedroom closet beeps 3 times. We follow rules like Tony's to keep the world understandable. When we break them, we aren't just being brave, we are volunteering to carry a weight that was never meant for us. Now, the cycle belongs to me.